Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. As some of you may know, the snow has hit the ground here in the valley, and in today's video, we are gonna give people a guide of 10 winter activities to do while they're in the Canmore, Banff, Bow Valley area. And whether you're a local, whether you're someone who's just visiting, these are all great ideas to make sure that you check out. So let's get into it.
Well, I think it's interesting too, because we were talking before the video on how as locals, sometimes you don't do these things.
True.
And as we're going through this list, we're like, wow, oh yeah, we gotta do that, or we gotta do that. And there's a little bit of everything on here, whether you want to be active or whether you just want to enjoy a drink, or you know, just sit on a sleigh ride or something like that. So yeah. So the first thing, ski resorts. We do have some fantastic skiing around here. You know, there's really four. Nikiska, Sunshine, Norquay, and Lake Louise. Obviously, Norquay is the closest to us here in Canmore.
And people in Banff as well.
And people in Banff. You know, Nikiska is in the Kananaskis area. Probably, 45 minutes maybe from Canmore. Closer to Calgary. So if you're, you know, coming from Calgary, it's there as well. Norquay's outside of Banff. And got some, I think it has a tube park there.
And they do have night skiing. So Sunshine and Lake Louise would be the more of the popular resorts, I would say, for people who are like traveling here, who want to do like big mountain skiing. You know, they're competing with some of the best resorts in Canada. So make sure that you do check those out. Norquay may be a little bit better option if you have a family with young kids.
Although those other resorts,
they do accommodate them. Yes,
they do. But again, further out, you know, it just depends on what you're looking for. But great for young kids and that kind of thing. They do have plus cards available at most resorts.
So if you're going to ski more than, you know, 3 days is, I think, kind of where it really makes it worth it, then make sure you check out those. You buy it, then your first day, third day, and I think seventh day, or first, fourth,
and seventh,
are free. So if you are someone that's going to ski and you want to mix up resorts, check out those plus cards. Number two, let's get into number two. We got wild ice skating. Now, this is something that is not for everyone, but it's something that I think people maybe overlook and not necessarily know that they're there. There's the common ones like going to Two Jack or Lake Minnewanka. But Spray Lakes is super legit. Wild. I went up there last year and it was beautiful. We went up there mid-November, so coming in on that time frame again, and it's nothing like you could ever do. Like, you're skating on a massive lake with the most amazing views. Like, you have to experience it. You have to.
I remember going up there. I think we went up maybe 3 years ago.
Two winters ago.
And we had an outdoor game.
Huge outdoor game.
Had a nice big fire. And we got on the lake, and we had to play a certain way, because the one way with the wind was so just blowing, and you could stand and be halfway down the lake. Coming back was a little bit of a treat. So there's lots of wild Gap Lake. I mean, there's lots of wild skating, even in Lake Louise.
And then Banff, right by the high school, they have the frozen pond there. And then same with Canmore, the Canmore pond, they flood that too. So if you don't want to travel to these areas, which they're not very far, but if you do want just more of a central location, and you know, you want to do something and then continue on with other activities during the day, those are good options as well.
Number three, the Canmore Nordic Centre. So just outside of Canmore here, on the way up to Spray Lakes. You know, there's lots of different things to do there in the summer and in the winter. I mean, horseshoeing, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and they do have a fat tire bike trail that you can use as well. And again, some really nice views from up there, and outdoor activity that can be conducive to the whole family, and doesn't have to be. Could be just
super close to Canmore too. You're about 5-10 minutes max, really, from anywhere in town to get to the Nordic Centre.
I think they have night stuff there too.
They do. It's all lit up and everything like that. Two things to note: snowshoeing. They do have a specific snowshoe loop. So if you want more information, check out the Canmore Nordic Centre winter activities list. It explains that. And then fat tire biking is only permitted on the fat biking trails.
So
they do this so that, you know, we don't have everyone on one trail because it is a popular place for people to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 4, dog sledding, specifically howling dogs tours. It's a great experience. I've never personally done it. I have friends that have done it and said it's an awesome experience. They typically start kind of in the December time frame and run to about April, just because we do have a little bit more snow then. They offer 2 different types of tours, ranging from a 2-hour tour to a half-day tour.
Yeah.
They have 4 time slots, 10, 12, 2, and 4. And it typically, like I said, runs a little bit later in the winter season.
Yeah.
So
I think that I've never done that, but you know, our friend
fun.
Steve had done that with his family, and he just said it was incredible. So something I'd really like to take in as well. Number 6, number 5, Kananaskis Nordic Spa. Hot and cold therapy, saunas, massage, hammocks and cabanas, and exfoliation cabin.
Yeah.
Things that you would typically expect at a spa, but the surroundings of where you are is just what makes it incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything's better in the mountains, we believe.
Yeah.
Especially around the winter season. I mean, I know we were together last night, and you said, I just love winter.
Yeah.
I know it's your favorite time of year, so.
Especially here.
Especially when it changes, right?
Totally.
When it goes from, you know, you've got summer, and then you've got the fall, and you've got the leaves changing, you got the larches, and then all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, it's raining in town, and you look up and the tops of the mountains are white. Yeah. And then you get that first snowfall, which we got last week with a big dump, and it just starts to change, and you get into that vibe. I mean, we're obviously, you know, Halloween and all those things, and then you get into the Christmas spirit, and it just
which is
epic around here.
Potentially maybe one of the factors on why I love the winter season so much is like Canmore really does embrace the holiday spirit, and we'll get into this on some of our other ideas and things to do, but it just, everyone is so friendly in the town. It's just great.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah.
So let's move on to, so Kananaskis Nordic Spa. Check that out. It's a super relaxing getaway. We know people who are local to Calgary that drive out there to use it. Same with here. And from my understanding, they are putting one in the old Holiday Inn.
There is one going in there. In fact, I think it's open.
I think you're right.
Now,
so check that one out too. It is new, so could be a good experience if you're not looking to go to Kananaskis. Number 6, hiking. If this is something that you want to do in the winter, not necessarily my jam. I don't really want to hike in the winter personally.
No.
Hopefully Shelby doesn't watch this video, but they have some awesome, great winter hikes. I mean, hauling is one that I think of off the top.
Summer or winter hauling.
Totally.
You see the whole valley.
Yeah, it's not super long.
No.
Great views.
Yeah, and it's pretty epic up there. Johnson's Canyon.
Yeah, it's a good walk one with kids.
Good walk, kids. Yeah. The Grotto Canyon.
That's an ice walk, which is super unique.
Really, really cool. And then for those that don't want to hike but want to get that feel,
the wow factor,
the Bow Valley Parkway.
Yeah, the Bow Valley Parkway and the Icefields Parkway. You can go as long as you want down that road, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's what you see if you open social media and you type in Canmore or Banff, and then there's those creators that have all those epic videos. Yeah, you're gonna find those types of things on those drives and those hikes. So definitely something to check out if you're looking to get mobile in the winter. So
if you want to get outdoors, number 7 is, you know, whether you're in Banff or Canmore, the downtown Main Street area. You know, the shops, the restaurants,
breweries,
great places to have a drink, and you know, the festive feeling when you're down there.
Totally.
You know, when you're walking downtown, especially Banff, and you cascade in the back, everybody's seen that picture.
It's lit up at Christmas.
Yeah. And it's really, really neat to see. And
like it's from a Hallmark movie, really.
Yeah, exactly. And while Banff is a little bit maybe more prestige, Canmore does have still the same feel.
It does,
And it's starting to change right now with, you know, the trees, they're lighting them up and
totally,
and getting that festive feeling. So
either options are great to check out, or even just walking the local trail system there. If you don't want to walk downtown, they do light that up pretty good too. I know they do that in Canmore as well. So you can't go wrong with
the Bow River.
just using that stuff
Banff
in the winter as activities.
Yeah.
Number 8, Banff Springs Hotel. This is something that lots of people have probably heard about, and maybe not many people have stayed there. But one of the cool things about it is you don't have to stay there to go and experience and learn about some of the history that they have there.
You know, the fire,
you grew up in Banff. That was basically at your back door. Yeah. Why don't you talk a little bit about the Banff Springs? And you guys went up there last year and checked it out.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting because you said I grew up there. And sometimes as locals, you don't. And I mean, I left when I was 15 years old. But you don't really appreciate what's there. Mm-hmm. And so last year we decided to go out and take a walk. I think we went with Brandy's parents, and we decided to take a tour. Yeah. And you don't pay for it.
Yeah.
You go in and you come in, you know, the front door of the Banff Springs Hotel, and Christmas trees are 30 to 40 feet tall, and all over the hotel is just festive.
Yeah.
And then there's places where you can find out about the history of the Banff Springs, the fire, and how that was all rebuilt, and you know, from way back when to now. Doesn't cost anything. There's lots to see for kids. You know, there's skating there. I mean, it's unlimited to what you can do there for next to nothing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And obviously, it's a great place if you want to, you know, an anniversary or a special occasion. It's a phenomenal place to go and stay.
And you can go to, you know, there's lots of restaurants in there. You can have a drink in there. You can sit on a patio.
Totally. It's one of the world's iconic hotels.
Absolutely.
Like, it's phenomenal.
Absolutely. And Lake Louise,
the Chateau,
you know, Chateau is very much the same. Even Rimrock in Banff, there's lots of really nice hotels, but you know, the Chateau is definitely similar.
It's probably one of the most luxury hotels.
Chateau?
Yeah. Like, it's a little bit more luxury, where the Banff Springs is like
nostalgic.
It's all of that stuff. So that covers Banff Springs Hotel. Whether you want to go and stay there, or you want to take your family up there, or go up there on a you know, you take your partner, your significant other. It's a great place to go and check out and experience for no cost.
Yeah.
If you don't want to stay.
Yeah.
That ties into, obviously they're not at the same location, but number 9, we have Banff Springs Hotel and then the Banff Gondola.
Yeah, up on Sulphur Mountain there.
Mm-hmm. So the Springs Hotel, sorry, not the Springs Hotel,
yeah,
Banff Hot
Springs.
Springs. Yeah. It's a great place to go if you want to hang out in an outdoor heated pool. It's got some fantastic views.
It's a natural heated pool, so and the views are really, really good up there.
Yeah,
it's the nostalgic feeling of Banff and history, and it's just really relaxing up there. Take your family or yourself, and you know, I know, you know, your siblings would go there. With friends and just hang out. So it's not just for tourists. It's also the locals like to go there as well. And then the gondola, maybe talk about the gondola, because I know you have been up there and talked about the restaurant up there.
So I actually went up there, and again, this sounds ridiculous because I've been here for a long time now, and I've only been up there one time doing the whole experience. So we went up there for dinner with some friends, and we took the Banff Gondola up at night, and they light up the inside of the gondola, and they have a unique history of basically the valley and how it became to. And so you get to learn about that as you go up there. They have an awesome restaurant. It's called the Sky Bistro. And then they have a lot of history in there that you can go and check out if you're not wanting to eat, or while you eat.
You don't have to go up there to eat.
Yeah.
Right? And it's in the same parking lot as the hot springs.
Correct.
You know, so they're kind of all in one connected. So,
but it's a cool experience if you want to go up there, grab a meal, or don't. You can hike to the peak and really have an awesome lookout. But a super unique experience, good food, good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
It's a little expensive, and in my opinion, it's worth, especially to do once and really view it. You can also hike up it if you don't want to take the gondola, but I think the gondola is a cool. You get views that are just
and to learn about what everything that was
the
going
history,
on there, the history.
So that's kind of, those are two things that are awesome definitely to do if you don't want to be super outdoors.
Yeah. And then number 10, a day trip to Lake Louise. Lake Louise is probably one of the most predominant, when we have people come and talk to us, they always go there, whether it's Emerald Lake, Peyto Lake, just Lake Louise, skiing, whatever. They really, really go to Lake Louise. So just some things to do there.
There's a Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, which we touched on.
Yeah.
One of the most luxury hotels in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, it's pretty
expensive.
Pretty prestige. You know, there's the walking trail, 4.5 K, the ice skating on the lake, sleigh rides, drinks at the ice bar,
which is a short window. It starts the 20th of December and it runs, I think, until the end of the holiday season.
Yeah,
it's super cool. Yeah.
Ice castles. I mean, there is a ton to do.
You could easily go out there first thing in the morning and have a day full of jam-packed, unique things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most visited places, like you said, when people come here. It's Hallmark. It's what you see on social media, and it's unbelievable, actually, to think that it's right there.
Yeah.
It's truly one of the most beautiful places you can visit, summer or winter.
And it's outdoor stuff, but it's relatively localized. I mean, you can take some longer hikes.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there's ice climbing there. I mean, it's unlimited. There's dog sleds. There's all that out there as well. But you can go to the chateau, much like you can go to the Springs, walk around in there. It's very festive, especially around the Christmas holidays, into the New Year's. You know, skate, the ice bar. There's just lots to do. Sleigh rides, which are, not a huge activity where you're having to be out,
but unique,
moving, but very unique. So I mean, there's lots to do for all ages, young, old, in between, that you can experience that type of mountain setting and enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah. So that's a video of the 10 things that you can do. Obviously, there's so many other ideas and things to do out in the Bow Valley. One thing that we would really encourage you guys to do, and we were talking about it as a family before we started the video, was we're going to try and pick a couple things off this list that we haven't done, or maybe that we have done that we really want to go back and do again, just because sometimes I feel like when you live here, it sounds insane, but you do take the little things for granted, and you don't realize how fortunate you are to be able to access these things or live here. And so that's one thing that we want to encourage locals and people who are visiting, is to pick a couple things off this list. And check it out, enjoy it. You don't have to spend a ton of money when you do come here. There are some very affordable options or free options of getting to experience history and beauty and all these different things. So lots of times people associate the valley with being expensive, and don't get me wrong, there are some things there's lots of things that you can do with your kids that they'll remember forever. I mean, I remember growing up coming to Banff as a kid, and
you don't forget it.
Yeah, you do not forget it. So we do want to encourage, again, locals, people traveling, family, friends, to make sure that you do experience. Pick a couple things on the list. And if you have some other ideas that we didn't cover that you've done or experienced during the winter season, drop them in the comments. We love to hear more ideas for us personally, for the viewers.
With the community,
we'd love that. So thanks for watching the video. And if you would like and subscribe to this channel, we're going to keep pumping out content for you guys, especially rolling into the Christmas season. Perhaps we can do a specific holiday video. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the channel in the near future. Take care.